Look at your hands. Look at the device in them. You are holding a leash. Every time you post, every time you update a story, every time you check who viewed your life, you are tugging at that leash, begging the world to tell you that you still exist. You are terrified of the silence. You are petrified of the thought that if you don't post for a week, the world will move on without you. And here is the cold, hard truth. It will. But that is exactly where your power begins. Most of you are living your lives in a display case. You're showing the world the process, the grind, the coffee at 5 a.m. You are performing the role of a hard worker instead of actually doing the work. You're addicted to the cheap dopamine of a stranger's approval. But let me ask you this. How can you build a kingdom when you're busy giving tours of the construction site? You're leaking energy. You're bleeding your potential into a digital void that forgets you the second they scroll to the next meme. It is time to die. Not a physical death, but a digital one. It is time to become a ghost. I want you to imagine the power of a total blackout. No posts, no updates, no taking a break announcements, because even those are just another cry for attention. Just gone. Imagine the people who follow you, the people who doubt you, the people who compete with you. After 3 days, they'll notice. After a week, they'll wonder. After a month, they'll start to talk. Where is he? What happened to her? They will try to fill the silence with their own projections. They will imagine you failed, or they'll fear you're winning. Let them. Their curiosity is the fuel you don't have to pay for. When you become a ghost, you enter the laboratory of silence. This is a cold, lonely place. There are no likes here. There's no one to tell you keep going or proud of you. It is just you, your reflection, and the massive, daunting task of your own transformation. This is where the real work happens. When you aren't performing for an audience, you stop lying to yourself. You see your weaknesses for what they are because there's no filter to hide them. You realize that the 18 hours you spent building your brand on social media was actually just 18 hours of procrastination. In the dark, you find your focus. You start to move differently. You realize that the world's opinion of you is a ghost itself. It's not real. What is real is the weight of the iron in the gym. What is real is the lines of code on the screen. What is real is the balance in the bank account and the clarity in your mind. While they're busy documenting their mediocrity, you are busy engineering your supremacy. You are building a version of yourself that doesn't need to shout to be heard. People think being connected is a strength. It's a liability. Every connection is a distraction. Every notification is a break in your flow state. If you want to achieve something that only 1% of the population achieves, you have to be willing to do what 99% of the population is too terrified to do. Stand alone. You have to be comfortable being the missing person in the social scene. You have to be okay with people thinking you've given up, when in reality, you finally started. The ghost doesn't crave the spotlight. The ghost haunts the dreams of the competition. While they're sleeping, you are haunting the work. While they're partying, you are haunting the details. You become a myth, a legend in the making, and the beauty of the ghost is that you cannot be attacked. They can't criticize what they can't see. They can't sabotage a plan they don't know exists. You are operating in a stealth mode that makes you untouchable. But listen closely. The ghost phase phase is not forever. It is a transition. It is a cocoon before the predator emerges. Stay in the dark to sharpen your blade. Stay there until the work is done. Not when you're tired, not when you're lonely, but when the job is finished. And then comes the resurrection. Imagine the day you walk back into the light. You don't come back with a long time no see post. You don't come back with excuses. You come back with the trophy. You come back with the physique. You come back with the empire. You come back so transformed that they have to look twice to make sure it's really you. The silence you created becomes the loudest thing in the room. You don't have to say a word about how hard you worked because the results are screaming. When you return as a winner, the world reacts differently. They don't just like you, they respect you. They realize that while they were chasing shadows, you were mastering the darkness. You've proven that you don't need them. You've proven that your internal fire is enough to keep you warm. That is true sovereignty. That is true power. So, I challenge you. Kill the ego, delete the apps, silence the noise, step out of the light and into the shadows. Let the world think you vanished. Let them whisper your name in the past tense. Work in the secret places. Build in the quiet hours. Embrace the cold, hard reality of isolation. Be a ghost, because the only way to truly be seen is to first disappear. Come back when the transformation is complete. Come back when you are a winner. Until then, stay in the dark.